Hi, I'm Alison Richards and I'm the Central Veterinary Officer at Cats Protection. I'm here today to answer 5 of the most searched questions online about cats. So, my first question is, can cats eat? And I've got a number of different things that people have asked whether cats can eat safely. I think the first thing to say is that you should always be feeding your cat a good quality, complete cat food. So food that is designed for cats and nothing else. Your vet is a really good person to talk to ask advice about what the best food for your cat is. There are some specific types of food that people have asked whether it's safe to feed cats. Dairy products come up a lot, as traditionally cats have been fed sources of milk. We really wouldn't recommend feeding any dairy products to your cats because they actually can't digest them very well and it will often give them sort of sickness and diarrhoea. People also ask about things like sort of raw chicken or raw meat. We definitely don't recommend feeding raw meat to your cats because raw meat can contain certain sort of nasty bacteria and viruses that your cat might not be able to fight off, so it could cause health problems for your cat and also for you. In general, if it's a human food, it's best kept with people and not cats. Dog food also is not appropriate to feed your cat. Cats have got a specific requirement for an amino acid called taurine that dogs don't need quite as much of. And if we don't feed cats a specific cat food, that taurine deficiency could cause them health problems, such as issues with their heart and their eyes. So, my second question is, can my cat catch the common cold or flu virus from myself, or can my cat give me a cold or flu? So the simple answer to that is no. Flu virus and the common cold and cat flu viruses are not transferable between people and cats. There are certain diseases that people can get from cats, rarely, and that cats can get from people. One of the common ones is ringworm, which is a nasty skin disease that cats can get and that people can sometimes catch from their cats. And you can often get sort of certain food poisoning type bacteria and viruses such as things like Campylobacter, the parasite Giardia. If your cat is carrying that, then it can potentially be spread to people. But in general, these instances are really rare. But if you do have any symptoms and you're concerned, have a chat to your doctor. So the third question is, what should I do if my cat is vomiting? I think the first thing I would say is if your cat is vomiting and it's either a new thing or your cat is unwell, you must always talk to your vets. Some cats will vomit occasionally, potentially from things like hairballs. And if your cat is sort of vomiting maybe sort of very occasionally and seems completely well in itself, that's probably fine. It's worth talking to your vet about it, but it may not be something that's of much concern. If your cat starts vomiting very frequently, if it becomes unwell with the vomiting, if there are changes to how it's passing and poos, and particularly if it's not feeling like eating, I definitely recommend sort of speaking to your vet pretty urgently. If in doubt, always talk to your veterinary surgery because they'll be really happy to advise and they always want to make sure your cat is kept well. So question number 4 is, what should I do if my cat is either peeing or pooing blood? If this is the case, you must get your cat to the vet pretty urgently because both of those symptoms can be signs of quite serious disease. Blood in your cat's faeces could be a symptom of inflammation, infection, or neoplasia, so cancer can sometimes cause cats to poo blood. If there's a very small amount of blood, it may be related to constipation, but I think it would always be worth getting your cat checked out by your vet. Blood in the urine can be related to certain inflammatory conditions, infections, stones present in the bladder, and in some cases also cancer. Again, all of these conditions can be quite serious and we would recommend getting your cat seen by your vet urgently. So my final question is, can we give human medication to cats? Before I sort of say anything else, I think I would firstly recommend any medication that you give to your cat should be under the guidance of your vet. You shouldn't be giving your cat any medication otherwise. Human medications in some instances will be prescribed by your vet because there isn't a veterinary alternative. But if you're thinking about giving your cat medications that you've got in your shelf for your use, I would definitely recommend against it. One of the medications that's particularly dangerous to cats is paracetamol. Cats don't have the enzymes that we have that are able to sort of digest the paracetamol. Its consumption can lead to the build-up of really nasty toxins in the cat's body, and it can cause them to be incredibly ill. It is something that we see as vets in practice, and it's heartbreaking because it's something that's completely preventable. So never feed your cat human medications, and only ever give your cat medications under the guidance of your vet. So I hope that I've answered your questions. For more information on the topics that we've discussed in these questions, or about caring for your cat in general, check out the Cats Protection website at www.cats.org.uk.